Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Today's topic is that I can understand English very well, but I can't speak. But I can't speak. I can understand. What are you speaking? What the other person in front of you is speaking, but you can't understand how to speak, how to respond, how to reply the answer of that question. The problem here arises, and majority of the society members, majority of the persons in the society face this kind of situation, because they are unable to speak fluently. They are understanding very well what the other person in front of him is speaking, the ideas, the content, the theme, each and everything is understood by the person, but he is unable to speak. This is the major and the biggest problem when you are unable to speak English fluently. The problem arises with the traditional schools who just keep focusing on the memorization of the rules, grammatical structures and tenses, rather than to be practical environment for the society, for the students who can practically implement these rules through their language, through their mouth. Because it is a fact that unless and until you speak words through your mouth, you can't be vocal, you can't be fluent in English. Either you have a lot of rules in your mind, you have a lot of information in your mind, you have a lot of memorization of grammatical rules, tenses, each and every point correction, and you have mastery of the language, but if you can't speak English fluently, if you can't speak and if you can't utter those words, ideas, themes, content through your mouth, you can't be a successful person. Because English is not our mother tongue. What measures should we follow? You face that some persons, or majority of the persons in the society face that when someone talks to you, you just have in your mind the grammatical structure, where should be subject, where should be object, where should be verb, and what is the grammatical structure. Either it should be a past indefinite tense, no, it should be present indefinite tense, no, it's future. He is just jumbled up in those feelings, and he has no eye contact, he has no facial expressions, and he has no communication skills with that person, and you becomes totally fail. In an interview, you face these kind of circumstances. And then what is the solution? Because this is the major and biggest problem in our society. We learn our mother tongue naturally by the environment. We don't have grammatical structure, we don't have mastery of tenses, but we can speak mother tongue in a fluent manner because we are provided that environment. We are surrounded with the persons who are continuously speak in the mother tongue, and in the way they will definitely learn. But the problem here is that we become afraid of grammatical errors. Oh, I will make grammatical errors. Oh, subject should be here or at the end of the sentence. It should be present or past. It should be future or future continuous. It should be continuous or perfect. It should be perfect continuous, or it should be active voice or passive voice. Oh, there are many major issues with this situation. So the solution is that you should have to face yourself in spite of facing any other person in the beginning. Stand in front of the mirror, talk to yourself, talk what is in your mind, the thoughts, the theme, the content, the ideas which you have in your mind. You can talk to yourself about your daily routine. You can talk to yourself about the weather. You can talk to yourself about many things. You can talk to yourself how you like the personalities in the history of the world. You can use, first of all, you can use only sentences, simple sentences. From simple sentences you can go towards the flowery language, embellished language, literary language. But first you have to shun this hesitation and shyness. And in order to shun or avoid or to remove this shyness and hesitation, we should be vocal in front of mirror. Then you should have to write what is in your mind, because when you translate these ideas, when you translate these themes, when you translate these contents, when you translate these thoughts on the paper, they are materialized, they become imprinted on your mind. and after that sum up your thoughts through your mouth and adopt the dramatic monologue. Soliloquy. What is dramatic monologue or soliloquy? It's talking to himself. When a person talks to himself, it is soliloquy. When a person talks to himself, it is dramatic monologue. And this is the thinking aloud. Thinking aloud. Thinking aloud means you have to utter words loudly from your mouth. It will remove your hesitation. It will remove your hesitation. And the second thing, the most important and the most foremost thing is, and the other point is that how much you are giving time to spoken English. Just observe your routine, that how much you are devoting yourself to speaking English fluently. Are you devoting some time towards speaking English fluently? If you are giving time to the spoken English, then you will definitely overcome this situation. You have to be vocal, you have to practice, you have to repeat, you have to think aloud, and you have to talk to yourself in front of the mirror to remove or to avoid hesitation. You should have this fact in your life. Be conscious, be natural, and you should be aware of this fact that every person faces this kind of situation, and the person who wins ultimately has its reward. So don't be afraid of grammatical errors. Don't be afraid of tenses. Don't be afraid of memorization of the rules. Don't be afraid that it should be present or past or future. It should be continuous or perfect continuous or active voice or passive voice. It should be direct or indirect sentence. Just think aloud. Just practice, because by practice you can learn. By mistakes you can learn. And if you like the video, kindly share and subscribe it. And if you are facing this kind of situation, and if you have faced this kind of situation in the past, how you have overcome, you can share with your experience. You can share your experience in the comment box, and it will be highly a delightful fact for me. And have a nice day. Thank you so much.